Hey, welcome back to 5valve Garage. Today we're going back in time to go back to my roots, working with steel. Alright, if you've been following the channel a little bit here lately, I've been heavily into woodworking. I love it. It is so relaxing, and a lot of the stuff is actually, well, I'm going to say pretty nice and dandy there. But today we're actually going to go back to working with steel. This is our problem. We just picked up this guy. About 65 pounds worth of Anvil, just dead weight. Anyway, what we're going to do, down here at the bottom, we have a forge. Now we want to introduce the forge, but in order to build something, we can heat it up, but we need a bead on it. So this is what this is for. But I'm not going to put it on the workbench. I actually want to make a stand. So we're going to actually go through and make it out of used, old scrap crap that came from that crap right there. And we're going to make a stand. All right, so we need a base for this thing. Now, when I was talking about a base, I need something heavy, sturdy, and will not fall over. I hope. Anyway, so we have a flywheel from a Dodge 12-valve Cummins. Been following the channel, you know I got one outside, and I actually replaced it once, so now I have this guy. Now, also what we're going to use are these guys. Okay, these are step rails. These actually came from that CJ that's sitting right behind the camera. So I got two of those. Well, those things are round and we're going to be butting them together. So I figure I can use these guys. These are just leftover. I think I built like a small trailer for the lawnmower. Cut these things off. We're going to use those. And then for a plate, I got this stuff, which was an old network rack that I'm going to cut up with a plasma torch and be able to use it as a base for that guy. Should not bend this, but you never know. All right, and then the rest of it, we're just going to make it up as we go along. We're going to go ahead and get the welders out. We're going to get the TIG torch out. We're going to get the plasma torch. We're just going to get everything out and try to build some of this. So when you see it again, you'll see where we're at. All right, I think I got my base done. Well, it's not done, but at least I got it planned out in my nugget. This is what we're trying to do. All right, so I showed you this guy here, and it has placements all the way around for when the clutch was on the other side. It bolted right in. Now these bolts here do not fit into these little bolts, these little holes. I do not have the right thread count, the right pattern, or anything like that for those, but what I do have is a drill bit, a tap, and a bunch of grade 8 bolts. So what we're going to do to start this thing off is to drill those out and actually tap them. Now we're going to be putting a big plate on top of this. Now I do have some of this 3/16 plate, this stuff right down here. Now I'm just going to cut a circle, put it on top of here, and then bolt it all the way down. I do need to go ahead and grind this part down because it'll make it flat. That should be easy. But anyway, let's get some holes drilled and get it tapped and get my bolts in. That'll be my first step anyway. Alright, got them all drilled and got them all tapped, and actually got some bolts in there. And what I'm going to do next is actually hit the plasma cutter and actually cut out my circle on my 3/8 plate. Now that's going to sit right on top of this guy here. We'll figure it out, but that'll be later on. Right now, it's just cutting these down, welding up, and getting all the saws together and throwing some sparks, because I know that's what you want to see anyway. But it'll be another day, because I got to go to bed. Good night. Hey, thanks for watching the show. Hey, if you need some outdoor speakers, indoor speakers, whichever, go ahead over to Handui and go ahead and get you 10% off. But if you need some LED lights for your trucks, your tractors, whatever, go over to Exito and get you 15% off. All the promo codes are down and below. Don't forget to hit the like. Don't forget to hit the subscribe. And we'll catch you later. Enjoy the show. I got to clean up. Hey, welcome back to another day. Got my flywheel. I got my sheet steel, my 3/16. I'm getting ready to cut out a big circle all the way around here so I can drill my holes and actually put this in there. And I'm going to show you a cool tool that I picked up at a thrift store that's actually going to make those holes beautiful. But right now, we need to cut this thing out. So I measured across, and I need about 15 inches all the way across. Now I need it completely round. So all you do is grab a piece of string. Rob it from your kids, whatever you got to do. So I put a Tech screw right in the center, and then I go out 7.5 inches. And then we go all the way around. That's why I got my glasses on. So anyway, let's throw some sparks, because that looks cool anyway. All right, there you go, almost round. Just gonna hit with the grinder. You just kind of clean it up a little bit. Probably use the belt sander. Little tip though, before you use the gear that you usually use, it's not gonna be left the way you found it when you have the next generation coming in here playing and making flowers and all kinds of other stuff, working with your plasma cutter, your welders and stuff like that. Nothing is set up right. Also, that is destroyed. I should have checked it before I did it, and it looks kind of Chevy, but it's okay. I love that they're out here learning and actually doing it themselves. I just hope that they stay safe. Anyway, clean this up. Time to drill holes with my new tool. Alright, so now I got everything ground down. I had to grind a little bit of the actual flywheel in order for it to sit flat. Now, this is my special tool that is not that special, but I love it, mostly because I got it from a thrift store and they work. These are center punches. Why are they center punches? Because they fit in the hole and they got a little binky point. Now what we're going to do with this is find my big hammer. Alright. Got my punch, I got my hammer. Now I have an entire kit that came from thrift. I think it was like maybe $4. It was awesome. Anyway, you find one that actually fits the hole, and seeing that that fits the hole pretty nice. So it fits right in. Moves around a little bit, but it should be okay. So anyway, then once I hit it with the hammer, we're gonna get a punch right down the center. So I'm gonna hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think there's 8 of them. Then I get to bolt it in. Then I have something to weld to. So anyway, I'm gonna put my giggles on in case this thing blows up in my face. See how well we did. Bam, look at that. Dude, that's beautiful. Look, we got punch, 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 bam! That's what I'm talking about. Now I just gotta find a drill bit that'll fit. We'll see. Alright, plate is on. There you go. Alright, so we have grade 8 bolts holding this thing down. Throw a few washers on there just because. So the next step was actually cut down the bars that we have down here. Yeah, I got the day job tomorrow. So we'll be back out here tomorrow evening. Finish up another step. See you then. Good afternoon. Guess what? It is cool outside now, so now I have all the doors open, as you can see. And now we won't be able to suffocate trying to cut this stuff. Anyway, this is what we got. As I showed you earlier, got my plate on top of my flywheel. It's all bolted down, not going anywhere, nice and sturdy. Now we have our bar over here, and yes, that is Thunder. And this is my slugger. Love this thing. It will chew through this like it is butter. The only problem though is that it is loud. Anyway, I got my dial indicator. Right now I'm about 2 degrees, which I'm don't touch it too hard. All right, I'm gonna do that with 2 hands. Cut it, and then we'll check out the height and see where we really want to put our anvil. Enjoy the noise. All right, let's get a quick update. I got my base plate with this. Is going to sit on the bottom of this guy. Now I'm just running, I had 2 pieces, so I just ran a quick bead of weld all the way through. It doesn't look too awful bad. The only thing is though, is that's 1/2 inch steel. And my little 110 welder is not up to the task. I could bring out the old TIG over there, but I want to zip this in there. Maybe I'll come back in later and actually re-burn it in. But a lot of the strain will actually be around that weld, not on the weld itself, so I think I should be okay. But this is what I was kind of thinking over here. Since I got so many different pieces, I'll cut these guys to fit the angle, weld that around, weld it down here, weld that one there. I don't know. Hell, I got the pieces. I can cut that in there, weld that in there, cut that off, and then have another one. About like that. That looks sick. I'm so excited about this. I don't know why, but I love fabricating. It's definitely not woodworking, but I gotta wait for my welder to cool off because Lincoln has not sponsored the show yet, and I need a bigger welder. All right, check out the progress. Sorry I did not film a lot of it, only because this stuff is some thick stuff. I only got a 110 welder, so I got to do it while it's hot to at least have some sort of attempt to try to get it to penetrate. So as you can tell, I put in the little C channels. Yeah. So I put the C channels in. I kind of stick a weld there, weld there, weld there. This guy is all one piece and it is still warm. I could go in there and just kind of weld in there, but I don't think I need to. It's just really just to align them up. Mostly all the pounding is going to go straight down, which will not affect those at all. We're going to weld this guy back on to the top. Make sure it's nice and level and flat. At least flat to this guy and to that. And then weld that up. And then we can flip it upside down. I might have to take my bolts out and pull that out so I can weld it up there without having to deal with a 55-pound flywheel. But yeah, now it's just time to weld a lot of stuff up. Throw some more sparks. Catch you when I'm done. All right, making some progress. And is it overkill? Yeah, I'm thinking it is. But check it out. Alrighty. We'll get a good wide view. Look at that. So anyway, so we got pipes everywhere. I don't think I really needed these little ones, but I put them up there anyway just for the heck of it. Put some welds down here. I'm going to take the cutoff wheel and just cut that off all the way around so make it completely round. And then up top, it's going to go that vise. Now, hold on, let me put the vise up there real quick. Alright, so this vise here is basically a big cast iron steel chunk. So what we're going to do is actually take some straps and kind of put them up here, weld it there, weld it in all 4 corners to keep it sturdy. Not going to go anywhere. But yeah. Now the main reason why I wanted to use the big flywheel down at the bottom, because I wanted to have some sort of weight down there to try to counteract. This is 65 pounds, that's 55 pounds, plus all the other steel that I have here. So it was 65, 55, so that's 100, 115, 125, plus maybe 130, 140 pounds worth. I might be able to whack some stuff with that. Anyway, as far as welding all this stuff goes, always bevel your edges. Bevel this up. Well, that's still warm. So bevel everything you can, especially the big stuff, because I only got a 110 welder. I mean, I got a big TIG welder that I could use stick, but I'd much rather use a MIG. It's a lot easier. But anyway, I'm gonna figure out what to do. What do I have for little straps? Weld those up. Bob's your uncle. Paint it. Done. I'm excited. All right, I think I figured out how we're actually going to cinch this guy down to this. Now, like I said, this is cast iron, we can't really weld on it. You can, it might look pretty, but it's not gonna hold very well. But I had these C channels, which is no longer a C because I cut it down the center. Because, there we go. We're gonna clamp it there, weld that in, clamp one on the other side, weld that in, and once I actually get that done, I'm going to take the other halves of them, I'm going to cut them down a little bit. And I can, maybe something like that. And then that will cinch all that in. Maybe I'll put it in the middle. Yeah, so I got two of them. I only have to cut them. Anyway, I'll weld that in. This guy should not go anywhere. But it's going to be a lot of beveling. I got to get this thing off to flip it over because I don't want to weld upside down. It looks like garbage, hot garbage. I don't like hot garbage. Not that my welds are great anyway, but hey, I type for a living, I don't weld. I would like to. But hey, Lincoln, hook me up. Man, that little 110 over there, it's a 135T. She's getting long in the tooth, baby. Anyway, let me get this thing flipped around. Weld, cut, grind, sparks. Boy, I am whooped. Especially trying to manhandle this thing around. Take a look at it now, baby. Wow. Bam. Got your 65-pound anvil sitting on top of a contraption of pipes and tubes and flywheels and stuff like that. Now this thing is got some beef on it. Alright, so this thing is ready to go. It is actually portable. I can roll it around with it's pretty easy. It is on a circular flywheel, so all I gotta do is heave it around. But, bam! She is. Where's my hammer? I gotta beat on this thing for a second. Yeah. Solid. Alright, that's gonna be it for this episode. Hopefully this will get you out there and just find out what you have in your shop. Yes, it would have been easier to actually go out and buy a stand for this, but I like the way it is right now because I made it. And if you need to get it out, you're gonna have to cut everything apart. But I'm gonna stick this thing in the corner because I'm not beating on anything right now, and you can check out all the other videos here at 5 Lakes Garage, and hopefully you find something that you like. There's like 350 some videos. Pretty sure you can find something. We got everything ranging from cooking to scouting to off-road to fishing to boating to mechanic to whatever, woodwork. Anyway, have fun, enjoy yourself, and we'll catch you guys later. Bam! I'm ready to beat on something.